Today, I want to talk about real estate, but not the real estate, the law, the real estate buying a property. When you decide to buy a property, this is your first decision. Decision number one, I want to buy a property. The decision number one must be based on reality. Do I have the money? Is it a good time? Can I afford to pay the mortgage? Can I do this deal? If the answer for these questions is yes, I can do it, well, now you go for step number two. Find the right property. After you find your dream house, you have to be sure that your dream house is a house that has a clean title. There's no attachment, no lien, nothing that will make the transaction, this specific transaction or purchase impossible in the future. Let's say that the person who owns the property today has a mortgage and also a debt to a third party. So the third party put a lien or a freeze in the property. In this case, without paying this debt, you cannot buy the property. So the lawyer's job is to look into the property or the legality of the property to see if everything is clean, everything is fine, and if a deal can be cut between the sides. The next step is, it is a very important step. Let's say that you found this property using a real estate agent, a realtor. No problem. Please do not ever waive the right to meet the owners, the landlord. Because talking to a third party who is the real estate agent is one thing. But when you meet the landlord, the person who really owns the property and really sells and will sign the contract, in this case you may find that something is wrong. Because the real estate agent told me ABC and the landlord is telling me DEF, something is wrong. The only person who can give you the right answers, the true answers, is the owner, is the landlord, because he knows the situation. He knows how much he wants to sell for, he knows how he wants to get paid, he knows more about anyone else about the mortgage. So it's fine that you have a real agent representing him, but you always need to meet the person in person. You and the landlord should meet and talk. After you have talked to him and you have an understanding, the next step is approach a lawyer. Why do you have to approach a lawyer? Because there's no way someone who's not a lawyer can finalize the dealing. The deal is a legal deal with many legalities. It's very complicated. Real estate in Israel is complicated. Therefore, a lawyer will always be involved. Sometimes two lawyers, sometimes 4 lawyers. Depends on the deal. So, in general, it's an agreement. It's a gentleman agreement that the lawyers of the seller, he writes the contract, sends the contract to the lawyer of whoever is purchasing the property, and they start changing drafts, changing clauses, a little fight between them. In the end, they have one contract. The final contract will be signed in front of the lawyers. You will sign, the other person will sign, everyone will be present in one room and sign a final contract. The way from day one to the moment that you sign the contract, the first payment, it's long, and there's still a way to go until the final step where you have the title of the property, all the payments were done exactly the way they should be done. So I want you to know that this is complicated, especially in the state of Israel, where the regulations are very complicated, very different from anything you know from abroad. Don't even try to compare. So I hope you find a dream house. You have a good lawyer to represent you. Thank you very much. Have a good day.